AI would mean equal access to AI for all. The challenges that we are facing is how to make AI work for all people, not just a few handful of people or handful of big tech firms or some countries. In the forthcoming World Social Report, finding is that AI provides great opportunities, but it is also adding to the existing digital divides, creating new forms of inequalities and exclusions. The inequalities are not just material based, but they are capability based. Students who do not have devices, they are falling behind and they lack the opportunities to enter job markets at the right level. AI is creating not just inequalities in the present, but also in the future. For AI to empower all people, it will be extremely important to conduct AI in a way which is more ethical, inclusive, and works for all, not just for a few.
AI is everywhere now, but it's not empowering everywhere. Across Boston, Europe, Kenya, Benin, Ghana, etc., I see the gap widening, not closing. To democratize AI, we have to confront three structural gaps. First, digital literacy gap. Young people can open AI tools, but honestly don't know how to question bias, verify outputs, or understand that their data is being shared and used. Infrastructure gap. Even when models are free, everything around them is not free. In Greater Boston, families still share devices, inconsistent connectivity. Open models can't compensate for unequal infrastructure. Thirdly, the dignity gap. I'll give you an example, talking in the conference room and present them onto the Zoom. I noticed in this business meeting, all of the darker people with darker skin tones were not getting picked up, including myself. So literally, not just metaphorically, all of the darker people in that room were being silent.
AI need a hardware. So we're going to need a computer or a cell phone. So many countries are actually a step even behind. In high-income countries, typically you see 70 to 95% in terms of digital literacy. And when you go to low-income countries, that becomes 30%. I went to Rwanda where I have a project, Move Up Global, really helping the young graduates who were not able to make it to college to actually learn computers. And it's fascinating. Once they learned how to use computers, AI was easy to adopt right away. Number two, the policy gap and the competing priorities. In many countries, we are still struggling to know what is the policy around AI. Should we adopt AI? Should we not? And it's so confusing and challenging. And then when you have no one to help with the direction, that is actually going to delay the adoption of some tools that we know work.
The widening digital gaps across generations, across community lines that we're seeing play out. 62% of adults under 30 say that they've heard a lot about AI and they're already using these tools. Now, if you look at the other side of the age spectrum, for adults 65 and older, that number drops to 32%. Younger adults from low-income communities, we're seeing a similar lack of exposure. A session with local tenant organizations in Western Massachusetts, and we asked a simple question to the audience about how many of them had heard about ChatGPT or used it. This is a room of 50. 5 people raised their hands. 3 of them were myself, my team member, and the AV guy. These communities, the ones at risk of being adversely impacted by the societal ramifications of AI. We hope to democratize AI by centering our programming on ethics, safety, and responsible use